Excuse me, guys. Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
Do you like motorbikes?
I love motorbikes.
Do you?
I love motorbikes.
Okay. Which out of these two would you choose? Now we're filming this intro for the second time because we filmed the first part of this video yesterday, and what we discovered was so eye-opening that we've completely changed the subject of this video. So let me explain that to you. This video was originally going to be asking younger people whether there's a motorcycle culture in the UK, if they ride bikes, and if not, would they ride bikes? But what we discovered with this Husqvarna Vitpillen and my Moto Guzzi V7 really shocked us. So stay tuned and let's ask some more people today, because we want to see whether perhaps it was a freak day and we got unusual answers, or whether that is the general consensus. So let's get into it. Excuse me, guys. Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
Do you like motorbikes?
I love motorbikes.
Do you?
I love motorbikes.
Okay. Which out of these two would you choose?
That one.
That
I
one?
would choose.
Hold on, let me have a look.
Okay.
Let me have a look.
This one looks more modern.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
light on that one.
Do you? Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Which one do you
like this one.
Well, that one's mine, so I prefer that one. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
So I agree. Okay.
Yeah, I like that one.
There you go. And how old are you guys?
18.
18. 18. Okay. Is that a lie?
No.
No.
No. 100% not a lie.
So this bike's aimed at younger people.
Oh yeah?
So we're trying to find out whether younger people actually prefer this or that.
I like
So-
the other one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like this.
Good to know. There you go.
Is this a microphone?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wait, where's the camera?
Over there.
Oh, hello camera.
Well, I think that one.
That one.
I
Okay.
think it looks.
Can you hear me?
Thank you. Good to know. It will go on YouTube, probably Instagram as well.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the channel?
It's called Mr. Darcy and the Old Man. I've got my trusty quad lock mirror mount on my bike today. This is the best foam mount on the market. I absolutely swear by it. I've tried others and nothing compares to quad lock. It's easy to use, easy to click on. I've got the vibration dampener, so I don't go anywhere without this on my bike. We're so grateful to have brands like Quadlock supporting the channel, and without them we couldn't bring you these videos, absolutely not. So thanks for their support and thanks for your support. So if you want to check them out, click the link in the description.
But I think I like that one.
Okay,
I think it looks a bit more retro.
it does, yeah, totally.
I like the silver
Yeah.
details on that one.
Yeah, something about it, isn't there?
It
It's,
is. It's
yeah.
the black.
It looks more slick. That's
Yeah.
one,
Yeah,
yeah, they do.
Yeah, I like that one more.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Well, perfect.
Have a nice day.
Thank you guys, you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later. Hello.
Should we take it for a spin?
Well, have you got a license?
Yep.
Depends. If they're under 50cc, we're all right.
Oh, you're right then, yeah. Do you like motorbikes?
I do.
I do.
My
Yeah.
dad used to have a, what's it called? A Suzuki something.
Suzuki something.
My dad-
Okay,
my
one of
dad-
those.
my
They're
dad-
really
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah. Well, they are, yeah.
Heard of them? My dad has a BMW one,
Does he? Which one, do you know?
70s one.
Okay, oh nice.
He had two at one point. I can't remember the order. Oh no, it's
Yeah.
another BMW.
My brother had a
Right.
Lex Moto 50cc moped.
Nice, nice.
My dad was what's it? My dad did this. My dad. What was he at? What's the race? The Isle of Man. My dad went to.
Oh, right.
Yeah. it's
Oh, nice.
Someone
Wicked.
died.
Yeah, it's a dangerous race.
So what do we need to say?
So, out of these two bikes, which one would you choose?
Oh, that's a different.
What CC are they?
This is 401, this is 850.
I would choose this one.
Yeah? Okay. What's your reasoning?
Looks mint, doesn't it? It's like
I like
Yeah.
this.
More
bit,
vintage.
Yeah, like,
You prefer the vintage?
That's got to be
look?
newer, isn't it? That one's newer.
Well, they're actually both brand new, but this
But
is
that
sort
one,
of
that's more built on a vintage model.
yeah, exactly.
I like that look.
Okay,
I like the wheels as well.
they're nice, aren't they?
I mean,
yeah.
they're thicker though, so I don't know. Tread
Yeah.
round the corner.
It handles really nicely.
Oh,
they
I
both
like
handle really
the
nicely.
screen on that one though.
Okay, this one's probably a bit more. It's lightweight, a bit more racy feeling.
Right.
This is sort of more
Cruise.
a little bit, but it
What costs
handles
more?
it handles really
What costs
nice.
more? Which one costs more?
This one, yeah, this one's about 8,000.
That's
Yeah.
800cc.
Yeah, 850. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I put that one, I reckon.
I've always wanted a Royal Enfield.
Have you? Oh
It's
yeah.
like just a big old.
Yeah. I love Royal Enfields. They're something about them, isn't there?
Yeah.
Which model do you like?
So there's one that was
bullshit, you
modelled
don't
off
know.
Steve McQueen in Great
Okay.
Escape.
Yes, yeah.
There's one that was modelled off that. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
I don't actually know the model of that off the top of my head, but yeah, I know what you mean.
But
Lovely
that's-
bike.
So that's the
Yeah,
Steve McQueen in Great Escape.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That's what gets me into it. So.
No, interesting. But yeah, because this bike is aimed at younger people. So how old are you guys?
18.
18, okay.
Yeah.
So
Wait, this one's
interesting.
aimed at younger people?
Yeah, it's supposed to be aimed at younger people. So far, everyone
I think
prefers
the old
this.
school
Yeah.
has it.
It's
The
only because
Yeah.
I think bikes, when they're old school, they look mint. Bikes.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Like the
Especially
whole
like-
front suspension and stuff like that just looks
Yeah,
good.
it does look really nice.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a nice bike, but
Yeah.
I drive that.
I feel like if I was into bikes,
Yeah.
and had loads of bikes, you'd probably have this one.
yeah,
If you're 18 years old and you think bikes, that's well cool.
yeah. That one, really?
You can't
Okay.
exhaust on that. Mental.
I've just changed it yesterday.
That much looks
Yeah, it's a new exhaust. It sounds nice.
Now, so far we've been here for about an hour asking various people. Unfortunately, the first shot we did, we forgot to press record. But so far, all the younger people, when we asked them what bikes they'd be into, have chosen that one, which is interesting. So, not what we expected so far, because this has been designed and is aimed firmly at the younger rider, sort of under 25 years of age, for sort of urban riding. So we're going to carry on a bit longer and see what happens.
Like motorbikes? Relatively, okay. Which one out of these two would you choose?
That one.
That one?
No clue about motorbikes, but I go
What is it?
That one?
That one's cool.
Okay.
That one's shinier.
Shinier. Fair enough. This is a Moto Guzzi, and that's a Husqvarna. No,
Say, I can't afford
don't worry. Not trying to sell it to you. Just wondering because this one's marketed at younger people, but so far people prefer that one.
Just classic design, I think.
Yeah. So this is aimed at young people.
Okay.
So we're trying to find out whether young people actually like it,
And they're saying
but
they don't.
no, they're saying they don't. So yeah. Interesting.
I do
You
like- I
it?
do
Well,
like
that's
that
good.
one,
Someone
that
likes
is good.
it.
I'm not riding around.
Which one's more expensive?
This one's more expensive. Yeah, I can't remember the price
It
of that
looks
off
a
the
bit
top of
like
my head.
plastic almost. Like,
Well, it is. Yeah, I mean, this is all
It's the same brand as a lawnmower.
I prefer that. That one just looks like metal and hard as nails.
Yeah, but I feel
Yeah.
like that's like almost trying to be a street bike, but it looks a bit old school. And that one's
Okay.
like, you'd rather go for old school.
That's like Hell's
proper
Angels,
old
isn't it?
I like the big light on the front.
I can see myself riding through California
No,
with
they
that.
both
This
got it.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
trying to be a street bike. If it was a street bike or an old school,
Yeah.
that's a different question.
What's quicker?
That one feels like it's a
This is probably a bit quicker, but that's pretty quick for a 400. It's quite rapid because it's so light.
Do you ever give it a full reverse? How fast that one go?
It would go over 100 miles an hour.
You've been 100 miles an hour.
No, because I'm still running it in.
Right, okay.
So
What's
He's
fast you
got
been
a
on?
recorder on it.
Yeah, what's fast?
I'm on record, so can't say too much.
70 miles an hour, yeah, what?
79 miles an hour.
Boys, where are the keys? Let's go for a ride.
That is the gay show.
It's on YouTube, on, right?
Yeah, you'll be on
Don,
YouTube
what would
if
you
don't
rather?
mind.
Which one would you prefer? I'm big serious.
This one is infinitely
Yeah,
more
we said-
expensive.
everyone said
and
that.
richer.
This one.
Is it who makes
It
who
just looks
these
so
ones?
much more cooler.
That's what we're
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
this is
It looks so
Husqvarna,
much more cooler.
and this is Moto Guzzi.
How much is that compared to this?
I think that one's like 5.5. I actually can't remember the price.
that one's
Is it brand
That's
new
about
5.5?
8. Yeah, brand new. Yeah, it's good value.
That is good
Half,
value.
half.
That's
Yeah.
good value.
I thought it'd be
Brand
way
new
more.
motor. Well, I
Half the
thought
price.
it'd be way more.
If it was half the price of that one, I'd buy this
Yeah,
one.
they are
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, if that was £10,000, that's £5, and you just would get it.
You would, yeah.
Who cares though? I might buy a bike rather than a car now.
If
because
yours
That's
was-
so
There you
much
go, yeah.
cheaper.
If your question's about young
Well, they are
people,
cheaper. Yeah, they are cheaper.
if your question's about young people,
young mate.
cheap ones always
That's the saying.
Yeah.
Live fast, die young.
Yeah, that's true.
If that was painted black, I might get it.
I think they do a black one.
do
Yeah,
a black
so maybe,
one,
yeah.
yeah.
If there was a black one, I think I'd go for
Okay.
it.
Oh,
It
interesting.
actually is quite cool. You can see a lot of it.
Yeah, Yeah, it's got a lot of
like a
sort of
modern one,
on show.
Whereas
isn't it?
that exhaust is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I've just changed that yesterday.
Have you?
Yeah, so, yeah. No, it sounds a lot better with that on it. I'd start it up, but I might piss a few people off.
You get a lot of weird looks.
Alright, boys,
Grab
I've got to go
it
do my car.
Not really. It's not like too loud.
I've got my watch on.
No worries. Nice to meet you. Thanks, guys.
That's why I was just going to ask you for your keys.
Very cool.
All right, see you later. Thank you, guys. That's amazing. What on earth is that? Do you mind if I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Do you like motorbikes?
To be honest, no.
Not really, okay.
Into them at all.
Well,
Sorry.
as from someone who's not into them, which
Yeah.
of these would appeal to you the most?
Let's have a look.
See which one the dog picks.
I quite like the. I would go this one.
This one, okay.
I like how it looks a little bit more old school.
Old school, yeah, okay. Good to know. And how old are you, by the way? Just
32.
32, okay. I only ask because basically this bike's sort of marketed at younger people.
Okay.
So we're trying to figure out whether anyone who's in the younger category actually likes it. But so far they all chose that one. So yeah, interesting.
Probably the other one.
This one, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And how old are you, by the way?
29.
29, okay. So this bike's sort of been marketed at younger people,
Okay.
so people in their 20s,
Yeah.
but everyone's choosing the other one.
Yeah, I think
So-
it's just a more classy look, isn't it?
yeah, exactly.
The white kind of cheapens it.
Can't decide. That one, okay. How come?
Looks a bit more classic.
Bit more classic, okay.
The dials.
Yeah.
Classic look.
Yeah. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? 21, okay. So,
Dad's been into bikes.
really? Oh, there you go. Well, this particular bike is aimed at people pretty much your age,
Yeah.
but everyone's choosing this one. So,
Yeah, it's strange, isn't
it is, isn't it? But I think bike brands are trying to push for modern looks for young people, but most young people actually like the classic looks.
it? Yeah.
But
I agree with that.
yeah,
I actually had a Yamaha MT-125.
okay, yeah,
Sort of
that's a popular one, that, isn't it?
proper bike.
Yeah, they're good bikes.
It was, a bit more futuristic like that. But
Yeah.
I love something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Have you thought about doing your bike test?
It's expensive.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's what the main thing putting people off, isn't it? It is expensive, and obviously you'd have to do it twice if you wanted to get something like that.
Yeah, you need to go through pay all the different amounts. And then,
Yeah. So have you gone down the route of wait till you're 24 and then think about it then? Yeah.
So,
Excuse me, guys. Could I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Do any of you like motorbikes?
Well, Ben might like motorbikes.
Do you like motorbikes?
Sure.
Out of these two, which one would you pick?
That one.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. How come?
Just looks cooler.
Looks cooler.
Looks cooler.
Fair enough. And how old are you? Do you mind me asking?
60.
16. Okay. There you go.
And he's not allowed to ride a motorbike ever. I'm an A&E doctor.
Oh really? Okay. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
But he would fancy it. I think.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
allowed to ogle.
Well, this bike is aimed at sort of young people who've just sort of passed their test, but everyone's choosing that one, so it's interesting. But
What are you doing?
we make motorbike videos on YouTube,
All right.
and we're trying to find younger people and ask them which they prefer. But so far, I think one person has said that one.
Thinking the futuristic styling of this one would appeal.
Yeah,
In fact, it's the more
In fact-
retro look, but
exactly.
with all the shiny chrome.
Yeah. It seems that a lot of manufacturers are aiming the sort of modern bikes at younger people.
Yeah.
But actually the younger people sort of prefer the retro look. Now, we've just been talking off camera, and another thing we've sort of picked up on is why there isn't so much bike culture in the UK is that you get to a town like this beautiful square, and there's plenty of pubs, but there's nowhere you can park your bike, so you can't technically leave your bike here. So I can't walk off and leave my bike here or get a ticket. So you have to go and pay for parking up the road, then you have to walk half a mile to get to the destination. So the bike then isn't part of the culture. It's sort of, you've come here on a bike, you could have just gone in a car. And another reason in terms of younger people, one of the lads who I just spoke to is 21, so he's a year younger than me. And I said, you know, why haven't you got a licence? And he said, it's purely cost. It's too expensive. He doesn't want to have to do his test twice, so he'll wait till he's 24 and think about it then. So that's a massive problem for getting younger people into bikes.
I like looking at them, but I'm not a motorbike
Not a rider?
guy at all.
No? Out of these two, if you were to ride a bike, which one would you choose?
Which one's yours?
Well, that's my one.
I'd go
but
for that
don't-
one.
You go for that one?
Yeah,
okay. Any particular reason?
Just based on the aesthetics more
Yeah?
than anything
Okay.
else. Yeah.
For the slightly more modern look?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. And how old are you, do you mind me asking?
I'm 30.
30, okay. Which out of these two would you choose if you were to get a bike?
Probably the further one.
That one over there? Okay. How come?
It's just, I like the chrome.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Probably the one at the back.
One at the back,
Yeah,
okay. How
just
come?
based off looks.
Off the looks?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. How old are you both?
Huh?
How old are you guys?
24.
24, okay. So this bike's aimed at younger people.
Okay.
But so far everyone prefers that one.
Yeah, I kind of prefer
So-
like the old school look.
Okay.
I feel like that one, I don't know, maybe
looks
it's
more
more
modern.
plasticky.
Yeah, yeah,
like-
definitely. Well, it is to be honest. There's a lot more plasticky bits stuck on.
Yeah.
Whereas that's all like
I
metal
prefer,
and
yeah, I prefer the look
Yeah,
of that one.
okay.
Kind of like a bit more old school.
excellent.
I guess,
Well, you've got good
but I
taste.
know nothing. So.
No, well, thank you. Do you like motorbikes at all?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. How come?
Never been on one.
Never been on one.
Never
Okay.
really thought about it.
If you were to ride one, which out of these two would sort of take your eye?
That one.
That one.
On the left,
Okay.
yeah.
How come? That one. Okay. What's your reasoning?
It's like it's got a proper engine on that one.
Proper
this
engine.
One looks a bit more like modern.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. And what about you?
Yeah, I just like the modern look.
You like the modern look? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And how old are you guys?
17.
17. Okay. Good to know. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We've just ridden out of the town of Stamford and stopped in this field for a tiddle and to consolidate on what people have said over the last couple of days when we've been filming. And of course this whole point was to find out why the youth, the younger people, sort of late teens, early 20s, we know in this country not many ride motorbikes. We wanted to find out why, and then it sort of twisted round to more about the bike and the style just by chance. But as we said, this bike's firmly aimed at that age group, which is why we got Darcy to do most of the talking to people, because he's firmly in that age group too, at 22 or 23. So this has been designed for the younger people, and it should therefore appeal and attract the younger people. But I would say 9 out of 10 people, without us prompting them, preferred the look of the classic looking Moto Guzzi V7. So we could come and do it with different bikes and see if we get the same outcome. It's quite clear to see that youngsters definitely prefer the classic looks. They loved the shiny chrome, they loved the styling, they loved the spoked wheels, they loved all that modern classic look, whereas they didn't really find this so appealing, which is a big shock to the industry as well, because if you think about it, I don't know, it'd be interesting to know for sure, but do motorcycle manufacturers and the design team go out and actually put a bike in front of real people, everyday people, and ask them those sort of questions? I actually doubt it, because often they just go to people within the company, like we said in another video, yes people who ask them a question and say, yes, it's lovely, love it, without being constructive and critical in a positive way. So really the outcome, I think, is that if you're going to appeal to younger people and get more into motorbikes, you need to be making more modern classic bikes. So very interesting. We'd like to know your thoughts on the subject, because it sort of surprised us. I mean, of course we like that sort of bike ourselves, so we can understand why people do like it. This isn't really our cup of tea, but it doesn't seem to be the cup of tea of most of the youngsters either. So food for thought there. Now evidently the two things that put youngsters off riding, one, their mums, and two, the ridiculous licensing system we have here in the UK, But I don't think that's the main thing, because you've got to have that desire there in the first place. If someone really wants it, they're going to go for it. And there are 125cc bikes in a classic style, and 400s and 250s. There are all sorts of bikes that have got the modern classic style, or go for a proper old bike. So they are there. So I don't think it's entirely clear cut, because, as I said, if you've got the desire, you're going to do it, no matter what. So perhaps we need more bikes from the bigger manufacturers in the modern classic style to appeal to the younger people. But are they worried about the UK market? I don't know. If you compare it to India, probably not. But as I said, it's food for thought, isn't it?
At the age of 19, I went and bought a Harley Davidson, which is sort of a modern classic cruiser. And then now, at the age of 22, I've gone out and bought this Moto Guzzi. So I'm living proof that as a younger person, I prefer modern classic motorcycles. And I always thought I was in the minority. I always thought, oh, everyone else my age likes, you know, Kawasaki's and Honda sports bikes. But after speaking to the general young people, perhaps not people who actually ride, they all seem to prefer the modern classics, but perhaps they haven't got the lust there to go out and do it, because maybe the marketing's not been done quite right. Maybe we need to see more you know, bikes on the television. I mean, young people aren't on TV anymore, are they? They're all on TikTok. But maybe there needs to be more people showcasing these bikes for them to see it and go, oh wow, that looks so cool, I've got to go and get one. Because I was desperate to get on a bike. I had to do it, so I did it. I went out and did it. And when I did my test for the second time, because you have to do it twice if you want to ride a unrestricted bike before the age of 24, you've got to do I'm not going to explain it. I made a video about a year ago. If I explain it now, I'll be here for another 10 minutes. But I had to do my test twice, and it seemed like a massive, ridiculous exercise to get more money out of people. And that's exactly what it is. And to put young people off motorcycles, because in the grand scheme of things, it reduces the accident figures purely because there's less bikes on the road, not because people are having less accidents because they're safer. It's just because there's no one on the roads. Sure, it does make you much safer in the sense that you've had to go through this rigorous testing, but do you really need to go through it twice? No, I don't think the test itself is a bad thing. I think the test is good because it makes sure you're a good rider, but you don't need to do it twice. That is ridiculous.